I've pulled out my hair finding out how you can perfect every war scenario so you don't have to, and there are chapters if you're looking for a specific one. First, we have the lava pits level. Place 4 knights near the edge of the bridge like this. As I've mentioned before, knights are your heretic cleansing multi-tool that we will use in the majority of our war scenarios. You can save the money you have remaining or place down a couple of flip traps that we will delete next wave anyways. Knights will get most of the enemies, but you just hang back and wait for any stragglers that slip by them. The best part about knights is not their ability, but rather their great hit voice lines such as "No army is big enough," "I am your monster killer," or on the second wave, sell everything but the knights and put one of these makeshift towers, then place 2 rows of archers on top of it. With the extra money, you can buy another knight, or you can place down a bit of tar and a couple random traps to slow people down. On the third wave, I recommend placing 1 knight next to the gate to handle any rats that zoom by both you and your frontline knights, just to eliminate any freak accidents. On the 4th wave, I sold all of my traps and put all the money into more knights for a grand total of 8, counting the guy at the gate, and you can pretty much chill at this point. With a knight at the back gate to handle all the rats, and now 8 knights on the front line, you have all of your bases covered. The 5th wave is easy. Add a couple more knights, and I threw down a snow cannon to freeze Craig from accounting as well, but you don't need to. As you can see, all the knights are immune to Craig's ability, and he cannot do anything to stop them. A couple of minutes later, that's this level done, and you now have 5 stars, 8 minutes faster than the average time. Second, we have the Mage Tower, another fairly easy map. Place 2 knights at the top of the stairs next to each gate, and if you want, you can place a few traps next to the gate as well. After starting the wave, keep running back and forth between the gates and scraping off anyone that's attacking it. You can pretty much repeat this for the entire duration of the map. Keep placing more knights and keep running back and forth. On the final wave, Mongreeful is going to go straight for the gate and will likely slip by the guards, so take care of him as quickly as you can and help the knights out as you've done every other wave. There we have it. Neither gate broke and we got a 5-star rating, completing it 11 minutes earlier than usual. Now for the third map, the front lawn. Block off the right side with barricades and add as many knights as you can afford to the left side. It has to be the right side that you block off because the boss will break barricades in his path and he spawns on the left side of the map. Also, I added a priestess mid-wave, but if you don't have her, just wait for another knight. While your knights fight the horde, try to get any small enemies that try to slip by and check the mini-map frequently to see if any made it to the gate. The knights are going to get overwhelmed on this first wave, but don't worry, the walkways as long as the airport and Fast and the Furious 6, so keep falling back while shooting and you can get all of them before they get anywhere near the gate. Also, the knights automatically heal when their health gets zeroed out, so by the time the next people come within this wave, they'll be back up again. From here on, it's just placing more knights and getting more stragglers for 3 waves while yelling "Get off my lawn" and blasting Sweet Home Alabama. On the 5th and final wave, you'll see that the boss goes down very easily to the knights and priestess combo, and from there it's like any other wave. And that's another perfect map on the books, about 9 minutes and change faster than the part. Now it's time for the 4th war scenario where things get much more complicated than usual and we can't use knights as we have been. You should upgrade your saw blade duration to max and get the flame upgrade for ceiling lasers, the fire upgrade for tar, and if you can, snow cannon cooldown reduction is good too. For setup, block off the left side completely and don't leave any room next to the torch. I once did that and it ended very badly. Once you have that blocked off, time to set up the kill box. Place down saw blade launchers horizontally from edge to edge of both walls, then place your flame lasers on the spacious 30-foot ceilings and place tar underneath them. After starting the first wave, let the orcs break the gate and fall back to the choke point. They're going to juke us out by faking left and going right directly into our traps. Although most of them will get caught in the traps, it's important that you stay at attention for anyone tanky enough to slip by. Also, continue to throw down new traps like snow cannons on the middle beam and more saw blade launchers placed vertically with the arrow facing down. On the 3rd wave, I added flame lasers to the right side ceiling and more tar because now we will get people spawning in this side gate and more will run through the right side of our kill box. You can fill in some gaps for saw blade launchers and snow cannons, but you should save about 9,000 points for the 4th wave because when you reach the 4th wave, we have to set up another kill box in the rear room that connects directly to the rift room. This will be fairly basic. Throw down a couple of ceiling lasers, then line the walls with saw blades on each side. You have to spend most of your wave here, but if you built the main entrance right, about 99% of orcs should get caught by your traps. Keep checking the mini-map as you hold off the back entrance though. Enemies like gnolls or armored ogres can sometimes make it through. You can cycle back to your main entrance when the enemy stops spawning in the back. For the 5th and final wave, you can reinforce the main entrance more since you will be spending most of your time in the back. Add more snow cannons or saw blades. I deleted some old saw blades and made more of mine horizontal to see if I could hit the enemies more often. Then use the remainder of your cash to add more saw blades to the back and more tar to slow them down even more. At this point, repeat what you did for the 4th wave. Hold the backside, trust your main entrance traps, and if you made it correctly, even the boss should die to the traps without you being present. Still remember to frequently check the mini-map for stragglers that make it out of the trap hole alive, and rotate back at the end to fight the last people in the main entrance. Once again, you've successfully gotten 5 stars, and now it's time for the hardest war scenario in the game that is most difficult challenge in gaming history. Just look at this official chart that says so. You need a few things to do my strategy. First, bring the priestess of the catapult, the makeshift makeshift tower and knights and archers. The knights should have the increased HP upgrade and the archers should have the extra volley upgrade. Second, upgrade the flip traps to the max with the heavy enemy perk, upgrade the saw blade duration to the max, and upgrade the barricades to be double size. Also, you should upgrade the blunderbuss to have freeze as the secondary ability. The first round, block off the bottom of the right staircase like this in order to redirect all the orcs to the left side entrance. Next, at the bottom of the stairs on the left side, place 2 of these makeshift towers right next to each other. After that, place 2 knights and 1 priestess at the gate like this. And for the first wave, I put flippers here. I remove these on the next wave, but if you want to follow this strategy to a T, place them here for 1 wave. Finally, place 1 set of archers here on the tower, and we will keep the rest of the money for another upgrade later. Begin the first wave and sit at the front gate helping out the defenders. Once you reach enough points for another knight, throw 1 down next to the other defenders. When the wave is done, sell the flippers if you use them and fill up the towers with 4 sets of archers because they are highly talented. In this wave, a rift gets open on the inside almost immediately, so rush in there and deal with them very quickly. Then return to the gate once the portal has disappeared. Keep all of your money and don't add anything else to the front during this second wave. You will now go to the back with something like 15,000 points to add defenses back there. Put 2 knights and 1 priestess like this, and go upstairs and place 1 set of archers on the balcony. Waves 3 and 4 will have people only coming from this side, so don't worry about the front. After starting the third wave, help out the defenders and target specifically the large enemies and of course anyone that attacks the gate. I added a freeze wall to the side of the gate like this as well to buy more time for the priestess and knights. Once the wave concludes, add 2 more sets of archers to the balcony for a grand total of 3 sets. And the fourth wave, a portal is going to open on the field with more large enemies. Help your people deal with them and place another knight when you have the funds. Then another portal will open later into the wave on the balcony where we place the archers. Although impressive at range, they become quite incompetent when the enemies get this close. Deal with the enemies at the portal, it shouldn't be too hard. When preparing for wave 5, it's time to place those flip traps I had you upgrade earlier. Put 4 at the top of each staircase, then 3 at the bottom of each staircase. These are going to give us the time that we need to deal with the 2 portals that open at the top of each staircase. Now delete 1 set of the archers in the back balcony and place a catapult instead. We're going to manually help the backside with this because they always break through otherwise and the front can handle itself. After beginning wave 5, hang out on the catapult. No one is going to spawn in time for you to use it, but a rift is going to open right next to you with about 10 rats. Eliminate the rats and return to your catapult for a bit to shoot at the large enemies attacking the gate, but be ready for the next portal to open. When you hear the voice line signifying the portal spawning, run to the main gate area seen here. You can spam a few more flip traps if you'd like, they definitely help. When they spawn, try to take out the trolls first and let the flip traps take care of the grunts. When taking out the trolls, check your back to make sure no one is making a break for the rift either. Hopefully no one gets past you at this point. You successfully took everyone down or yeeted them over the edge. Some enemies won't die after taking a 10-story fall, so use your gun to finish the job on any orcs that begin attacking the right side gate. Now check the map to see who needs help. For me, the back side was clear and the front side had a few enemies remaining, so I polished them off. Once you've reached the preparation phase for the final wave, sell all of your flip traps and sell all of the barricades at the bottom of the stairs on the right side of the map. Because the portal opens directly next to the gate on the right side, we are going to move the barricades to behind the right side gate so they still redirect, but can now additionally redirect the surprise enemies that are here to ruin your day. Getting back to the wave 6 prep, add 2 more knights to the front gate. Don't worry if a few of them are now facing the wall, they've been through a lot. Now go to the stairs that lead to the balcony. You'll notice that there's a platform, barricade this off and add multiple saw blade launchers facing horizontally. 2 can face inward, then 2 outward on this wall, then you can place 1 inward and 1 outward on this short wall as well. Finally, with the 1,000 you have left, come over to this area where you will throw down 2 flip traps facing the cliff, because you guessed it, another portal is going to spawn here. However, these are mostly archers that you can handle on your own. Now with no money, you can go back to your catapult on the backside, start the final wave, and fling rocks at enemies until the first portal opens where we place the 2 flip traps. Quickly take all of them down and go to the next portal, which, look at that, is right where we put the kill box. I truly was not expecting this. Also, if you hear they broke a gate, it's likely the right side, which they will immediately walk away from since we still have our redirection barricades behind the gate. When you arrive at the next portal, help the saw blades take care of the various enemies that spawn, and once the portal's gone, rotate to whichever gate needs help. A few minutes later, when things begin to calm, 3 portals will open up, with 1 on each entrance. All the enemies on the right side portal will get redirected to the left side entrance, and no portals will be getting spawned in the building from this point on. You should go to the catapult now and help the backside since it has the least protection. After taking a few shots, you'll now have to rotate to the main entrance again to help the knights deal with these beefy fire boys that'll be attacking the gate. At this moment, you should also have about 12,000 points, so you should quickly spam down 3 knights at the front gate because after this wave, you won't need them. You can help for a little longer on the main gate, but then you should rush to the back gate since it will break very soon if it already hasn't. For me, the gate had broke and it was only slow enemies that made it through, so I spammed my flip trap upgrades in front of them and kept freezing and shooting until it was only me, the mountain troll, and the knights who will do whatever it takes as long as it doesn't take going inside. All the flip traps should keep stumbling him so you can keep slipping in shots and prevent him from making it to the portal. Once the knights at the main gate gate, clear out the last few stragglers. That's the end of the biggest war scenario in the game. Candlestick, or whatever his name is gone, and you will have earned the perfect 5-star victory 8 minutes faster than the part time. You'll hear faint chanting of your name in the streets, you'll be running for joy, and you can now go to Disney World. But although you feel the victory running through your veins, we have one more war scenario to complete in the max campaign. It's the Donkey Kong Country level, which can be completed fairly easily. Upgrade the shock zappers to have max charges, then throw down 3 rows of these in the ceiling over the bridge part of the level. Patiently hand the lamp to your brothers, and within a couple of minutes, all of the flying enemies will have perished. While that's happening, you can begin prepping the next wave by placing one set of archers on the right side balcony, and then proceed to place one long barricade at the end of both the left and right bridges so they can only run down the middle bridge. And now if you've seen the squeakquel to ATC, you already know we are about to place down 2 crusaders at the end of the middle bridge. Then with the remainder of our funds, we will place a set of archers on the left balcony facing the incoming enemies. After starting the second wave, wait in the back and try to help with flying enemies that attack the knights. Don't worry about flying enemies that go inside, they too will get caught in our lampathon we set up in the first wave. When prepping for the third wave, sell all the knights and barricades on the right side and move it all to the left side. You can leave the archers though, they're a hassle to set up again. Repeat the setup on the left side, placing a barricade on the left and right, 2 knights in the middle bridge, and a set of archers on each balcony. If you still have a good amount of money, add a third knight and place another set of archers on one of the balconies. And during the third wave, place more knights on the middle bridge. For the fourth wave, rebuild the right side of the map as the enemies will now be coming from every angle. After beginning the fourth wave, keep alternating between gates to keep attackers off of them. When you get to wave 5, place 2 more knights on the right side and you should now have 4 knights on each side. As you accumulate more funds, you can add more archers to the balconies and add more knights on the bridges that are struggling to keep their knights alive. When I started the 6th wave, I had 2 sets of archers on every balcony, 5 knights on each bridge, and I threw down a priestess on the left side because I could afford it. Eventually, I also added a priestess to the right side when I had the points to do so. At this point, your defenses should be pretty rock solid. Just keep alternating between gates to be sure no one is trying to break through. And additionally, because the boss of this map is a flying enemy, I added 2 more rows of shock zappers and hung around inside to deal with him myself. The boss was pretty easy and didn't pose a major challenge. After dealing with a final stream of flying enemies, that's the final war scenario done. I don't know how much faster I did it, but it's a perfect score. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of our other stuff, and as always, thanks for watching.